presence I've not felt since.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars of Nerds Galore. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
My screen just paused up, which is really weird. But anyway, welcome back to another episode of Nerds Galore. I am joined by my co-host here, Mr. Jungle Jedi. What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm here. I still just see the nebula screen, though.
That's exactly what I see. I'm gonna try and reload here.
Reload.
We need more darts. More darts.
All right. Can we see each other now? There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Shit. My shit.
Here we go. We got Jungle Jedi. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good, bro.
Good.
Doing good.
How about you, Wrath of Mandalore? How are you doing tonight? He's paused up on purpose.
I'm existing. I'm fucking I'm so fucking tired.
Oh man, nice hat, Mr. Wrath and Mr. Jungle.
Some dude gave it to me.
Some weirdo, right?
Yeah.
Glazer.
He was like, "There's a free hat if you like kiss me," and I was like, "No, obviously I'm not gonna."
If you rub my belly and kiss me 3 times.
Hey, $20 is $20, baby. Yo, welcome in, everyone. Appreciate everyone in here so far. Guys, we're here to talk about Rebel Scum Con because I don't know about y'all, but we had a blast. We got Limitless Nerd. There he is. What's good, boys?
Can't say I've ever heard of no Rebel Scum Con.
Oh man,
I've never seen a more vile lot of scum and villainy.
I have.
Yeah, but the places you hang out,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I love it. All right, guys. So let's just get right into it, man. Like, how's your week been? And let's just start off talking about kind of our week leading into Rebel Scum and just kind of like quick first impressions, first day of being there, because we all got there Thursday, the day before. So, Jungle, you want to start?
First impressions, Thursday. Well, so I was on a little bit of a different path. I had been in Chicago the week before for the National, drove down through Oklahoma and some other states and got down there, and I was a little bit like blasted. So I pick up Gazer from the airport and I'm like, bro, I'm fried. And then we get to the hotel,
Skip over that part,
and we meet up with everybody, and I started kind of picking up my vibes and my energy. That was pretty cool. What did we do on Thursday? We just like hung out, right?
Yeah, we went to some card shops.
Oh yeah, we hit the card shops. That's what we did on Thursday. We met up with the crew, Tony and Victoria and Lewis and Pop at IHOP. That's right. Yeah, that was a good little meetup. Sklee was there with Wrath and Swooner, and we all had a little family reunion over some dinner, broke bread, and then we went to the card shops, and that was pretty cool. And then we ripped that night, didn't we?
We ripped and we sipped.
We did, yeah. We in no.
And I, as the official group dad, Irish goodbye y'all that night.
Yep, you went to bed at 6.
Well, not that early.
At 6?
No, I went back while you guys were still sipping and ripping. I went to the room at like 10:30. I edited a video for the vlog and went to bed, baby.
You just like snuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I see. It was such a good Irish goodbye. I don't even remember it,
bro. You know what's crazy is the entirety of my room Irish goodbye that night.
Oh, that's true.
And I was a lone soldier.
Look at you representing the room, dude.
Wait, so I left before you did, Wrath?
Yeah.
Huh. I was like, I'm done with this. I just get out of here.
Man's got to remember
it all.
Well, the cool thing is about that night was that obviously, like you said, coming into that weekend, you were kind of fried, and you were trying to pick up some good vibes. And I know you talk a lot about not being able to get a ton of sleep, dude. That night you were sleeping. I'm sure I was snoring too, but there was a couple times where like I woke up and I like looked over and you were just gone.
Just decrepit.
What you didn't realize was I force projected myself into the room while he was laying down, and we had a little cuddle makeout sesh. It was just he was tapped.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening.
That's what happened.
I remember some weird dude
from
the sky was just like, more.
And the funny thing is, Jungle, I remember you coming into the bed next to me because I'm sitting there and I see the door open because I saw the light. And I like opened up my eyes and you just went, you shut the door, you turned around and you went wee into the bed, like full forwards, like Superman, landed on your stomach, and you were like, you were gone, dude. I swear. You were just like
the funniest thing ever, bro. Just like Superman dive to insta out, bro. That's wicked. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so silly. That's like literally how exhausted I was, and I just kept running. I'm like that like little kid as a grown man that's just like keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep.
Yep.
Like, you know, and you're just completely gone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for me, it was a good weekend. Good first start. Well, ish, because I didn't realize that the Dallas area had like 3 airports, and so Jungle's over here picking me up. Thank you for.
I'm driving in Dallas traffic.
Yep.
Well, North Dallas at this point. A little bit before, I was trying to message you earlier, and I was like, "Which terminal are you going to be at?"
Yeah, and I'm just thinking Dallas Airport, right? Like I didn't realize there's 2 different main ones. There's 3, but 2 of them really that are like kind of the main hubs. I was at Love Field. He was going to DFW. So he's asking me like, where's the main terminal? I'm like, dude, I swear at this airport I'm at, there's only 1 terminal.
I was like, there's 8
what are you talking about?
I was like, literally, bro, there's 8 terminals.
Yeah.
And because I'm thinking DFW just straight away, because that's like where most people fly into. But a lot of people fly into Love Field because it's easier to get in and out of. It's like it's like a smaller airport.
Yep.
And oh yeah, I kind of was like grew up. I'm from Southern Oklahoma, so I grew up driving in North Texas, and so Dallas is like where I learned how to like drive in a city. So I'm used to the traffic, but especially when you're trying to like figure out, I was like, bro, just share your location with me. And I was like, oh, motherfucker's in Love Field.
Shares his location.
I was like, oh, I forgot about Love Field. I should have known when he said main terminal, but I was driving, so I didn't think of it.
Yeah, I didn't think of it because I didn't know until I shared it. And then I'm like sitting there looking online and I'm like, am I just like crazy or something? And it clicked. I was like, dude, there's multiple airports. Flexers, we just finished our stream, just came through for a quick hello, brothers. RSC rocks. I have friends everywhere. Indeed. Yes, sir. Flex, much love, sir. It was great to meet you in person.
Didn't get to talk to Flex that much, but I feel like we were every time I turned around, we were like kind of hanging out in the same area.
Yeah, right. So got picked up by Jungle, which was good. We scooted Boogie on over to the IHOP where y'all were hanging out and met up, ate breakfast with you guys, went to some card shops, went back to the hotel. We had an experience there. We got a room that just smelled like mold. It was bad. I mean, really bad. And I think they had cleaned all the carpets and it just hadn't aired out correctly. And so we ended up deciding to move our room and got a new room. And the other room was better, still smelled a little bit bad, but we ended up opening the door and leaving it open for a couple hours, and that helped.
Yeah, it was like when you leave your laundry in the washer and you forget about it and you don't put it back, you end up having to rewash it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what I mean? It gets funky.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. It was like they didn't dry it fast enough.
Yeah.
So it got funky. You know?
Well, I mean, I had a little bit different of a day 0 experience.
Yeah.
So I was driving to pick up Swinner in South Carolina. So I drove from essentially DC to Savannah. And about halfway there, I'm booking past this 18-wheeler because it was like 4 of them in a row. And I was like, nobody's cut me off. As I cleared the last 18-wheeler, the one behind it smacked into its trailer, jackknifed it, essentially what would have been through my car. And the whole trailer just kind of blew up and exploded. Like there was shit packages like flying everywhere.
Yo,
you're like seeing that in the rear view, like, oh my god.
No, I literally was just like, what? What? Like, because I heard a fucking explosion, and then I looked back, and the shit's all just fucking mangled. There's shit flying everywhere, and so I was shook. I pulled off at the stop, and those of you who are following me on Instagram saw I pulled up to it was like some hole in the wall gas station that had like a job. It was like Hutto's.
Yeah.
So I put a little Jabba sticker on there and was like,
this is weird.
And it helped me got by that for that. But then I met up with Sklee 3PO. We got to Atlanta finally. Oh, Bryant got hacked.
Yo, Bryant.
That must have happened today because you followed me. I'm pretty sure like today or yesterday, and then I hit follow and it just said requested. I was like,
yeah,
Bryant. Bryant, I got your number. I'll hit you up, bro. I'll hit you up.
Crazy.
I'll send him my feet pics while you're there.
Okay. Forward those.
Just
they're really good. They're really
don't do that. Instantly blocked by Brian's new account.
I love it.
Yeah, SpaceCon's gonna be dope. I unfortunately won't be able to make it down for that, but I'm sure we'll link it some event, or if not, Brian, I will see you at Celebration in LA
for sure. Absolutely.
But essentially, so we got to Atlanta. We ate at the Varsity, took a nice break, and then I drove pretty much into the night. So I was up for 23 and a half hours that day, and 19 of those I was driving. The only other 4 hours was when we were like at the Varsity or when I was picking up Swooner. So I was just cooked, running on fumes. And there was one point I don't even remember driving, I think Mississippi area, and like I just remember that my eyes opened. So I guess I was just forced drifting the whip.
Yo, using the horse, baby.
But then Sklee took over. We got into Texas at like 6 a.m. It just kind of crashed in the McDonald's parking lot. I watched a grown man scarf down 3 chicken McGriddles.
Hold up, you missed a great part there. You guys actually got kicked out of a parking lot before you met the McDonald's.
That was actually after the McDonald's.
Was it after? Okay, I thought it was before.
So we ate at the McDonald's. We saw these birds that had like Roadrunner feathers in their butts, which was really cool because they were geeking. And then we parked in this random parking lot in a gas station. I'm done. I'm out for like an hour, and then just on the window, and I'm like, yes. And fucking Sklee rolls the window down. This guy's like, hey, this is my restaurant. Are you guys here for breakfast? And he was like, yeah, if you wouldn't mind moving over to the other lot, because I've got clients that are here and there's like work trucks and everything pulling up and it's busy and fucked off. Wasn't it before? I don't fucking, bro. I was awake for 23 and a half hours. Fuck off, nerd.
So it was before McDonald's. I was right. No,
everything was a blur, right? And then we finally
100%.
Y'all got in at like 9-ish after we woke up from our nappy poo, because we had parked at the hotel for a little bit and then met up with everybody at the hotel, checked our bags. The rest is history. So.
That was great.
But the past week has been a total of probably 70 hours driving. I think I've slept like 30 hours the entirety of that since last Wednesday, so I'm due for a 24-hour sleep session on Sunday.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Let's go.
I love it. All right, guys. So we got our, day 0. We kind of got in there. We did the rip and sip, Superman over here into bed, and then got up the next morning. And so here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna talk about the con, obviously, as a whole. We're going to give our good, bad, and ugly side to things. Now, honestly, there really wasn't any ugly.
I'm pretty ugly.
Yeah. I mean,
you are. Other than, like, the people that were there, you know what
right,
I mean?
Exactly. Specifically me. No. But there were some things that, I don't know if they're necessarily bad, but I think just things, obviously, year 2, they got some big guests. There's going to be things they need to clean up, and I think there's some things that we experienced that need to be cleaned up.
And I think on Kenobi's chat last night, Josh kind of hopped in there and kind of went over everything. So I'm kind of interested to see what they had noticed on their end too.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. So day 1 got in there. One of the things that was I didn't really care for. I understand why they're trying to do it, but those stupid breakfast tickets, can we get rid of those, please? Like, that's so stupid. Like, I'm like, it's breakfast. You say free, and then you're like, oh, by the way, if you don't have a ticket, you can't eat. Like, wait, what? Yeah, I thought that was kind of just very inconvenient, and to be honest, the breakfast wasn't that great. I'll say this. I thought it was better than the Nashville hotel, but that was a kind of a low bar. So.
I don't know. I had a Nashville. I was actually able to get to the omelet bar in Nashville a couple times, so it was
okay. Fair enough. I never got to the omelet bar. I just stuck with the.
It was funny. Day one, I saw Dennis Lawson walked up and saw the line, looked at the line for the omelet, shook his head, grabbed a coffee, and left.
Yep. Yeah. So we ended up, because of that ticket thing, the boys in our room ended up just going to Mickey D's every morning for some brekkie.
Good old American breakfast.
Yeah. So there's one like half a mile down the road. So we just went there. But day one for me, I think was actually it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to meet up with not just you guys day 0, but like all the other guys day 1, because there's a lot of people that were there that I've known over our community here, but I've never met in person. Like Josiah Bra, it was great to meet him. Flex, it was great to meet him. I hadn't met him before. I didn't realize that Nick from Nick Fulcrum was going to be there. That was pretty cool. I follow him quite a bit. And just some other people that were there that I was like, oh, I didn't realize that they were going to be here. It was really, really cool. I really enjoyed day 1. I got some sweet interviews. I got Dennis Lawson, which was great. I talked to Andrew Nelson that day, which was cool. So,
yeah, Andrew was really cool. I talked to him day 1 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there right before you guys did, I think, and he was giving me some advice on trying to get into voice acting and all that stuff. But
dude.
I'm just realizing too how many people that I wanted to meet that I didn't meet just because I was so busy doing like autographs, content, meeting people, walking around, getting stuff, like that kind of stuff. Like there's a bunch of people, but I was blessed to meet so many wonderful people, make connections. Limitless Nerd, met him first off the rip in the Carly King line. We went to go talk to Carly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just great to meet everybody and kind of get a sense and vibe for what was in store. You know?
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. And cool to meet all those people. And I kind of went that's last weekend with a different mentality of like, yes, I was going to get some content as far as like what's at the con. But my main goal with as many guests as they had was I'm getting interviews. That is my main goal this weekend. And I feel pretty good about where I ended up. So we are going to be, guys, we have a guest list that's going to be kind of crazy for this Nerds Galore. We have Andrew Nelson. We just talked about him. He'll be on. We got next week, guys, put on your calendar. Next week is Mark Thompson will be joining us next week.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, man.
Of audio Star Wars books.
Yeah.
So many voices. Yeah. I've been listening to Mark for years. I love his books. Like literally, I'm disappointed whenever I get to a new Star Wars book in my lineup that isn't narrated by him.
100%. Yep. Like, I'm right there with you.
He's literally the G.
Yeah. We're going to be having Carly will be on. We'll be having Will and Grayson from Mortis FM and Will of the Force. We're going to be having Balance of the Forces, who is up there. They'll be up there. Gabe from Gabe's Empire will also be joining us. We're going to be having him on as well. So, and many, many others. We got a whole list that I've been talking to and reaching out to. So guys, you got to stay connected.
I personal plug too. I got some nice interviews. I just had basic question interview because I didn't want to take up too much people's time. And there were so many things to get to that third day. Like,
yep.
But I've got some interesting name specific stuff going on my end too. So we're gonna be busy boys.
Yes, we are. There's a couple guest guys that are pretty big that will be dueling our streams. This one here in Nerds Galore and Wraths as well. Couple of really big names you are not gonna want to miss. Make sure you're subscribed, guys, and hit that notification bell so you know. So let's go. Let's keep going. Like I talked about the tickets, the breakfast tickets, kind of being one of those bad things, I guess.
And that's like a hotel thing. Like that's
that's not the con at all. Yeah. One of the things I will say was bad with the con, and this is the one thing of the weekend that I was irritated by, was the whole Dave and Buster's thing. That was a little irritating. I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we got to Dave and Buster's and we went downstairs right away, and they had a back room that was full of food and stuff. And we were told, me, Wrath, Nerd, and Sklee, that it was for VIP and guests. And I was like, okay, makes sense. I get it. VIP paid for tickets that much, like, and guests, whatever, that's fine. So we ended up going back out of that room, and we kind of just stayed out of that room and hung around for a while. I ended up sitting down. I ordered some food. I was starving, and I didn't want to eat way too late in the evening. I don't like eating super late. And so I ordered some food, ate it, paid for my check, and then we end up getting told, Nerd comes back up and goes, oh, by the way, that room is actually for content creators and
Yep.
was it content creators and guests or just content creators?
No, it was for talent, content creators,
staff,
and one more.
Yeah. But I was like, I just ate a full meal, and I know, Jungle, you had just ordered when that came around.
Yeah.
You were like, dude, I just ordered food. Like,
yeah.
So
I ate both, to be honest.
I had the mac and cheese in that room. I wasn't going to pass up any mac and cheese.
Dude, I was just like, the chicken that was in that room was phenomenal, and I was just smashing the chicken afterwards. I was like, I'm gonna just load up on a little protein because I know I'm gonna be running, and eventually I'll need it. But
Right.
Yeah, that was definitely there wasn't great communication
right
from the organizers at Rebel Scum with the staff at Dave and Buster's, and I think that was like the breakdown.
Yeah,
I think it was something really cool that they tried to integrate and to do.
100%.
And I think they should definitely do that again. I think it was really cool. It was like really cool perks as well with being a part of the convention.
Yep.
And it was something fun. We all enjoyed, like, for the most part.
Yep.
I think you just have to iterate that next time. You know what I mean? Like, take it to the next iteration and say, look, you guys need to communicate with the staff more. Because I actually overheard one of the staff of Dave and Buster's be like, yeah, I didn't know that. Or, oh, like, they didn't really tell us that. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like, you knew it was just a communication breakdown.
Yeah, 100%. And granted, guys, the things that these are very minor things that we have that we're like, and keep in mind that this is only their second year.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a lot
drafting a lot of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And they're kind of just running on the fly. I mean, considering the massive guests that they had, but I think communication needs to be ramped up a little bit more.
Yes, and I think that it's growing, and they're ambitious, and I think that it's growing faster than what they know what to do with.
Yeah,
and so there's a lot of hype around it, and especially with like a lot of us like being like, "Yo, we're going!" like and blasting it, Rebel Scum, who's going for weeks and months, you know. And it was like it was busy. I'm not saying that it was just us. It's like if we're all doing that, it's going to be really, really well known, and people are going to want to be there. Right. You know, it was like Bunta Eve. Like everybody was like, "Yo, go to the Bunta. This is Friday night," which was like the add-on party at another location.
And we had a blast, dude. I have videos from that, bro. Like, oh my gosh, there's such a blast.
That was super fun, and I didn't know that was even happening. I guess like they had promoted it, but I didn't really know what it was. And then someone from our crew, Victoria, was like, "You should buy your ticket and go. We're all going."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, word." So I did, and then we go, and then come to find out, like there were guests there signing that weren't at Rebel ScumCon. So like Diana Lee and Asanto was there, and so was Taylor Gray, and they weren't signing.
Yeah,
at RSC.
Also, come to find out, they bust all the other guests there. Matthew Woods, Sam Whitwer, Emily Swallow. I mean, everyone was there.
Yeah.
Shout out Trisha.
Huge shout out Trisha, who will also be joining our podcast soon. Super, super awesome. She's one of the artists. She was actually on Tony's stream right before Japan. Tony had her on one of his Sith talks, which is cool.
Heck yeah.
We got MacMan in the building. What's up? JT Lovecraft. What is going on, man? Good to see you here. Good to see you.
Yeah, you would have loved it, JT. I feel like that was like definitely like right up your alley.
Yeah.
You and 100%. The stalker armor would have gone real hard. It would have been great.
It would have been awesome. It would have been so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the highlights for me, day one, obviously meeting everyone, but I think one of the biggest highlights was I ended up getting a So I was in line. I was like the 4th or 5th person in line at the general public autograph and photograph purchase line, and I ended up seeing Wrath and Nerd like way at the end of the line, and I just told him, I'm like, dude, text me what you want, I'll buy it, just Venmo me. And so I ended up buying what everybody else wanted. And one of those things that I got was I got a selfie with Sam Witwer and an auto with Sam Witwer. And he wasn't supposed to be there till Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. Well, later in the afternoon, it was around like 5-ish. I was standing kind of by where Sam Witwer's table was going to be. And Dante came up to me and was like, hey, I just got word. Sam's plane is landing early. He's going to be here tonight. They're going to start in about an hour. Do you want to post up? And I'm like, 100%, I got it. Like, I'm going to sit here and get my stuff. So I sat there and waited. And sure enough, Sam ended up showing up. It was about an hour and a half later, but
yeah, it was funny. I would walked outside at one point to have a little smoky poo with our boy Swoon. And he's sitting there. I'm on my phone, making connections, like texting people about some certain things. I was texting my buddy about what the Sam audio he wanted to get done. God, Clone Force.
Really, Clone Force. Come on, man.
Jeez. And I just hear Swooner gasp, like audibly, like. And I look up, and Kentucky's getting out of his car with Sam Witwer, and it was just the craziest thing, man. He walked into the lobby, and then like as we're walking back through the con and stuff, we just hear like Sam Witwer's here, Sam Witwer's here, mm-hmm. Sam Witwer's here.
And I was trying to get everybody I knew to get line up. Like I was trying to text everybody and call everybody, and then Limitless there showed up. And I was like, yo, dude, he's coming. They told me he's going to be there. And so he just posted up with me. Of course, he was in the VIP line. He was number 1 to get from Sam at RSC. I was number 3. But yes, I did, Magman. Yes, I did. I got a sick autograph. Actually, I think it's right over there. But yeah, guys, it was really, really cool. Wish you guys could have been
the Shadow
there.
Lord.
I do have.
Yeah. The Killer of Stars, dude. The Killer of Stars.
That's sick, dude. I think mine might actually be upstairs in my room.
Had to get one of each. Had to get Maul, and I had to get Star Killer.
Yes, that panel was incredible, Magman. I was on the front row next to Gazer, and dude, it was like one of my favorite moments of any con was like just being in that panel with you guys. And man, it was so those dudes were riffing off each other and like improvising and like reenacting stories that they were telling.
Yeah.
Like I was like, these guys are actual geniuses. Like I knew that Sam was like a genius voice actor, but like, bro, him and David, like, just crazy chemistry and just like I'm getting chills talking about this, bro.
Yeah.
Like it is literally like watching something special, the two of those working together.
Yeah. And we'll get to that too, because that was the last day there that they had that panel, because that was a sick panel. And Sam dropped some sick bombs on that one. Actually, he was dropping a lot of bombs about Shadow Lord all weekend, man.
Yeah, well, coming back to like the line on Friday, you hit me up and you were like, "Don't you have an auto?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll join the line. I'll get right up in front. Let's do this.
Yeah,
let's knock this out." So I ran back over. I like see him in the lobby, like checking into his hotel room, and I was like, "Yo," he's like checking in. There he is, and I like text you. I was like, "Sam's in the building," and of course, like Muff's he's already ahead of the game with that, or Wrath is, and so I like bebop back, and I get to you guys.
No, he actually bebopped. I watched.
Yeah, bebopped. Yeah. So I get to the line, and we're hanging out and everything, and I get to, the point where I'm going to have him sign my Maul and Ahsoka card here, and he's really like warm and inviting, and like like giving you knucks and everything, which is kind of funny because a lot of times people are pretty stiff, but he's like, he like looks you in the eye and is like, you're my friend, you know, like, which I always like from people. So he's like signing, and you know, I'm like, so are you stoked about the project?
Yeah, I heard this part was sick.
And he looked up at me and he was like, I'm stoked now.
He's always got his Blue Steel vibe going.
He was like, I'm stoked now. And he's like, for a minute there, he's like, I don't know. Like, he's like, but what this producer's allowing us to do, he was like, he's allowing us to go back and take a look at it. And then we can make these like little adjustments and dial everything in. And he said, when you get started with projects like these, he's like, people don't understand how difficult it is. A lot of times you don't even understand what it is until you're done making it and you're watching it. And he's like, it's easy for people to look at the thing that you finished and be like, oh, you should have done this and you should have done that. And he's like, you don't understand. There's too much going on for that for you to be able to do that. But like the way that we're doing this project, he was like, we're able to actually like take our time and dial in all these ideas and then be able to take a look at it and then rework and adjust things and then move forward. And then it takes form more early. It has a better shape that it takes for each step. Yeah. And so from the way that he made it sound, it's like they've already got episodes done, you know? Yep. And he actually knows what the heck is going on with this show already, which is like not common. Usually like they're putting down the ideas, and like if you have really good tight writing, you can follow that track. But like when you're in it, you're really in it, and you can't see outside of it to look back at it. But they're able to like step in, step out, step back in. And that's something with this project that he was like, I'm really stoked about. And he was like talking to me about this for a while. I like asked the right question and just got him talking. And I was like, yo, he's like on this like 15-minute tangent while I'm like standing here. Of course, everybody's like listening and doesn't even care.
Yeah.
So many people were like gathered around, like taking photos, listening, trying to take video.
Well, like the cool thing too is like I didn't get a super long interaction with him, but I was just like, hey man, like thank you so much for what you've done in Star Wars and what you continue to do, and you know, come in and taking time out of what you're doing to come spend time with us. And he looked up and looked me in my eye. I was like, thank you guys for being here, because with like this stuff is for you guys. I'm as much of a fan as you guys are.
Yeah.
And that's like, so cool.
Yeah,
one of the things I wanted to bring up here, because I thought this was funny, and we might as well do it now because we're talking about him at that panel here. You guys need to watch this. This is funny.
I love that you introduced this, but like nearly 2 decades ago. No,
they have this 20-year-old photo.
Is that it?
God, no!
Here's the thing.
I love how the mall comes out.
How did you do this?
eBay is a magical place for Star Wars fans, Mr. Whitworth.
Here, let's reenact how I got into Force Unleashed. You ready? Go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 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 Oh, who should we audition? Let's audition this guy.
Which guy?
Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer. Was he in Battlestar Galactica?
Gentlemen, when you guys look at that headshot, does that...
Don't look at
we don't look at the headshot.
Knowing that the headshot is staring you in the face next to you.
For that one.
I love how when he did the headshot thing, a littlest bit of Maul came out. He's like, don't look at the headshot.
Yeah.
Don't look at no. He's so entertaining. Like he's literally just... that is who he is. Like he doesn't really seem to have much of an off switch. Like it's like I don't know, man. He's fully that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It was great. It was hilarious. I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard at that,
bro. We were just eating that up.
Now, I will say I missed the beginning part of this because I was actually interviewing Matthew Wood at the time. It was the only time I could get him. And so I missed like the first like 10 or 15 minutes, but I was like totally worth it.
That's my biggest regret is like I stumbled across getting this and was like, oh, I don't need to go get any Matthew Wood anything. And then it's like by the time I tried to get him to just sit down and answer that question for my interview stuff, every time I turn around, he's like busy or he's on lunch or something. So I definitely missed him. I missed a couple other people, but I got some good content and learning experience as a content creator.
Oh, 100%. That's 100% what it is good learning experience. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, because Grayson gave it to her and was like, just do whatever you want with it. I was actually talking to Grayson. He ended up at Love Field with me. So on the way out. But yeah, dude, it was such a fun experience. For me, Rebel Scum and ICCC are going to be on my for sure every year.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing too is they're both very similar, but yet different.
Yeah,
because I feel like Rebel Scum is the same on the same level too, where great con, super intimate, wonderful stuff, a lot of stuff going on. But I think the difference in the two is ICCC is more of like a collector's con, whereas like Rebel Scum is more of like content, like everything just hit all over the board. And those are going to be, for those of you who follow me, if you want to meet me at a convention, those are going to be your best 2 shots for the next 10 years.
One thing I think would be cool to add to Rebel Scum would be those room sales at night. I think adding room sales to Rebel Scum Con would be lit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. I think that's one of the things that kind of makes ICC its own little special thing.
Yeah.
So like having it be, especially for those of us that plan on it being a part of the circuit, it's like only doing that once, I think is like kind of more appropriate. But who knows? It could turn into that. I mean, there were like way more guests at Rebel Scum, like way more. So for me, it's like I want to make it about that. And I don't see that changing. They're leaning into that really hard. They're, they've also got like tattoo artists there. You can literally pop up, go to it, like get a tattoo. Like it is a bigger con, and there are a lot more things going on in terms of that. I felt like there were also a lot more people there.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, there was so many content creators that I just didn't even have time to collab with.
It was great, man. Like I loved it. Like I thought it was one of my favorite things of the year, dude. Like
I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed it. I missed the vibes.
I've had a crazy year, dude. Like I could sit here and rattle some stuff off, and you guys would be like, "What? you've been all over."
Like, shut up, Jungle.
This was literally one of the highlights of my year, and you guys were a part of that. You know what I mean? So like, not to try to just be like, I did all this cool stuff. Like, no, like legitimately, like Rebel Scum Con was one of the highlights of my year. I don't take 100%. That lightly. It was super, super fun.
Yeah. And I'm glad Jungle, you end up staying, because I know if there was a second there where you were thinking about bouncing because you were just so fried coming into that weekend. And I'm glad you stayed, dude, because it was cool.
It was great.
It was
I needed it. And I'm glad things worked out. Like things worked out the way they should have, like in the long run. Like which was
the funny part. The leading up to all of this, right? Like I could tell your vibes were starting to get better and better. But where I noticed it was Friday night. I'm sitting at one of the front tables, and I knew you were around. And I forget who was up there, but there was a song that was going that was just, it was on point. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see Jungle just park himself in front of the stage, and he's just hair out everywhere, just like banging his head. I was like, all right, I think he's felt it now. I think we're good. Like,
it was reminiscent, and Sklee said this actually, but like Wrath, Sklee, and I, we had like one of the craziest nights at ICC in Nashville, bro. Like it was wild, like, and it was similar to that in some ways. And so I was calling upon that that energy.
It was fantastic.
And it was right in front of you guys. I knew you guys were there.
Yeah.
So that was another reason I was like, what? Like this will be funny.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time. I got to meet some really cool people. Like I said, Dennis Lawson. Obviously, get to see Roger Christian again, which is great. Who else do we meet? Oh, I got to interview Omid, who played Dr. Pershing. That was really cool. Interviewed Emily Swallow, Tate Fletcher, Ross, Master Skywalker. Yes, I love it. Did he sign that this weekend then?
No. No, he did not.
Dang.
Wrath knows.
Did you pull that just this evening or something?
You could say that he pulled that, yeah.
Like you could say I pulled it.
Do tell.
So the National, Vint and Show Me the Money bought a $17,000 case of stellar signatures from 2020, and they did a break and they reached out to everybody asking people like if they wanted spots. And I debated it. I was like, "Ooh, this is crazy because this is not something that you ever see."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, the spots are going to be expensive," because I was like thinking about Galactic Antiquities, and I was like, "Those spots are like this much," and I was like, "How much are spots?" $450, and I was like, "Okay, that's really high. I'm probably not going to do that." And then I just like had this little like tug at my heart that was probably like, I don't know. It was just like, you should do it. You should do it. And it's this weird thing, and I don't want to overcomplicate it with everything I was going through for that, but I went ahead and did it. And things that came out of that break were like Harrison Ford auto, Samuel L. Jackson auto, like a lot of crazy autos. Ian McDermott, Hayden Christensen, dual auto 1 of 1 came out of there. Like a bunch of crazy stuff.
Dang, dude.
There's one sketch in every one of those. It's an oversized sketch like GA. And then there's like a set of 100 base cards and in like this like decorative, like beautiful case. And then that whole thing went to one person. And then all the autos go to each spot, basically. Numbered to 40, Dr. Pershing on card.
Heck yeah, dude. Dang, bro.
So yeah, definitely kind of wild how that happened, but you know what? Oh, well, yep, that's what happens right there. Sometimes it goes like that, and you just have to go on. But to me, it was like I considered it seed sown into the breaker community and the greater Star Wars card community and collector community. And so that's how I viewed it. And I was like, yo, I'm just going to sew this in because that's the system in which I make my living as well. So, so it's not just like an L for like a bad auto, which like there in this world, there's no bad autos. Like we should try to be better about that. Obviously I want Hayden, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or Mace Windu or, any of these other
or something.
ones.
Yeah.
Or Deepa Balaba.
Or Depa Balaba, dude.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of autos that I would have like enjoyed. There was a Cal Kestis in there with like someone else, like stuff you just don't see very often. But
yeah.
But yeah.
Kind of piggybacking off of what you said about 2025. Nerd says it's been an insane year for me. Met Roger, met Theory, met all of you guys, met almost every content creator that inspired me to start posting videos. Can only go up from here. Yeah, dude. It's sick.
You, sir, Mr. Swooner Kenrick the Wise of Swoonsville, you inspire me, brother.
Kenrick the Wise.
Lord
he's actually the Count of Swoonville.
Yes, right.
Kenrick the Wise.
All right, guys. We're gonna have a little guest on here. That we it's kind of last minute, but it's cool. We got to meet him at Rebel Scum Con. Like I said, he was posted up next to me at the Sam Witwer auto. He ended up being first. This dude had a sick setup for all of his stuff that he had wheeling around. It was pretty sweet.
This man had a wagon.
He had a wagon, dude. It was pretty sweet. So here we go.
Wagon wielder, dude.
The man himself, Mr. Limitless Nerd. How are you doing tonight, sir?
What's going on, guys?
What's
Cameron.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep. We're good.
No, we can't hear you.
Wait, what? What? Huh?
I can't hear you over the wonderfulness that is that back wall. When
Dude,
you're
right?
are they dollars starting
Thank
those?
you.
What's going on with those?
Oh, you should see the other 3 walls.
Oh Jesus, he's got 3
Brad.
walls in his room.
I'll have to send you a video.
Yeah, man. Shoot
Yeah,
me a video.
dude,
I'll shoot
do
you
it.
a video of the new office setup. You'll get to see it before everybody gets the. Once I get it all, fucking
Yeah,
4-month proving process.
Limitless, what was your general overall feel of Rebel Scum Con?
I mean, it was crazy, dude. I mean, I've known the guys, Kentucky and Bobby and all them. I've been friends with them for 10 years and being a Dallas native. I mean, it was a no-brainer. So, I mean, I was going to be there. I was at year one, and, I was going to be there anyway, but, I was telling Wrath on whatever day it was, but, the community that came out of it is really just the biggest takeaway. I mean, obviously there was guests and that was fantastic, and vendors and all that, and cosplayers and whatever. But those are at every show. I mean, but I've never connected to the Star Wars community like that.
Yeah.
For the longest time, Star Wars and cons and everything like that was something that was, I was just doing it by myself.
Yeah.
And you meet people in lines and whatever. But
Not
then
anymore,
the line would move and they'd be gone.
Yeah.
But I met people this weekend that, we're already talking about RSC next year. We're already talking about Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We're already planning, meetups and hangouts and, streams and whatever to, keep the community all, going together.
Yeah. Keeping it fired up.
I mean, yeah. And I mean, that was probably my biggest takeaway, just, the meeting new people and creators. And I'm, the smallest of small creators, but, to make those connections and talk to those people, and, that was next level.
Yeah. No, I vibe with that for sure. Cause that's like, when the convention is quality and it has all those things going on, then it like gives us that environment to be able to do that. Like someone asked me the other day, they were like, what was your favorite thing about Celebration? And I was like, honestly, like friends, like
100%
that I made. Like that to me, like the convention was radical. It's so cool. Like Star Wars Celebration is amazing. But it would just be that if I was by myself. But like what takes it like into the stratosphere for me is like all the relationships that you can form and make and take to the next thing. Like I wouldn't have gone to ICC Con. I would not have gone to Rebel Scum Con if I did not have people that I was, and maybe probably even the national, honestly, the national too, I wouldn't have gone to. I would have gone to Denver Fan Expo and that would have been it, and I would have gone by myself. But instead, Gazer went with me because we met at ICC Con.
Mm-hmm.
I went to ICC Con because Steven and Tony, who I met in Japan, were going. And I was like, well, I'm going to go because they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And it just stacked. And then Gazer came out here and stayed with me to go to Denver. And Steven came out here and stayed with me too. And we all went to Denver together and we went every day. Super sick. And then, Tony reached out to me and was like, yo, you should apply for this, this artist spot for Star Wars Trade Night at the National. Card Kitchen. And I was like, okay, cool. And I did, and I got in, and it was just like, it just led to this one thing. It's like that thread of relationship. If you just keep pulling on it, it keeps getting better and better and better, And it's like Cameron, like we wouldn't have met in that line at Sam's if it wasn't for Gazer. You know what I mean? It's like 100%. All those little things, like it's so important. It's so cool. It's like bees pollinating and like, you know what I mean? It's like the coolest thing ever. It's like my favorite thing about all this.
And I mean, the cool thing was Rebel ScumCon still being so small, I would meet, you guys and whoever else in lines, and we would, but then I'd be walking around and just see people throughout the rest of the weekend and, get fist bump or whatever and just be like, what's up? Where are you going? I'm going here. Oh, you got that? That looks sweet.
Yep.
And had a bigger show, which I mean, being local to Dallas, my biggest show is Fan Expo.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you don't get that.
No.
You know. So now, I mean, if I see you guys next year or anywhere else, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But you know, as this is going to be the corniest thing I say, I promise. My favorite souvenir that I got is right here, and it's a pile of, you know, it's
pictures.
Just a stack of pictures with all the cool people.
That's dope, dude.
You know, I mean, like I say, that's the corniest thing I'll say, but like,
and that's what the beautiful thing too is, like, and I talked about this with Emily Swallow in my interview with her, is that like the beautiful thing about Star Wars is that it brings family together. Whether or not you have blood family or not that you talk to, or whether or not you're alone per se, you're never alone, because there's always the Star Wars family. You always have a family with other Star Wars people, right? And so that's 100%. What it feels like when you go to cons like this, like Rebel Scum Con, and you go to ICCC, is it feels like family. When I hang out with these guys, they're my brothers. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just razzing on each other the whole time and making fun of each other, but in a way that's like, okay, I know you got me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, I love that feeling. I love that camaraderie.
So
Star Wars Nerd says definitely going next year, so I get a picture with Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, I took so many pictures. I just, you know, I was trying to like run around and get everybody, but yeah, you know, there's definitely, there's definitely people I'm gonna want to catch up with even more next year.
Absolutely. That's hilarious. We need Cameron to cosplay as Cal Kestis, man.
Yeah.
As the other
Cameron. It's about the only one I could pull off.
You got to do it, bro. For real.
It's about the only one.
You got to do it. There's probably some other ones, but you'd have to get really creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
but
as soon as I saw that game come out, I was like, finally a ginger Jedi. Yeah, was
a fellow ginger.
Yeah,
and his name is Cameron in real life. It's
exactly,
destined, dude.
It was just meant to happen.
It was meant to happen, bro.
It was meant to happen.
Yeah,
100%. Oh, he's got is that one of those Star Wars Cokes that we bought that we still never went through?
I went through all the mall ones, bro.
Did you? Okay.
But then they had Kylo ones in a smaller pack at my grocery store across the street, so I grabbed them.
Heck yeah, dude.
I also have just been, it's been what I drink on stream.
I like it. I need some water down here as well.
Cosplay Anakin when you go to a con?
Yeah, when you go to a con. You keep talking about going to a con, Mac Man. I've yet to see it. Come on, Mac Man.
Who is Anakin?
Right? You know, okay, real quick.
You ever heard of this guy, Darth Vader?
Dark Vader, yes. I heard of that guy once. They wrote that on the back of a Hasbro packaging recently. It said Dark Vader, and I was like,
"Oh no, that was the
it was the
that was the SDCC exclusive."
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Devastation.
That apparently nobody got.
Wow. No, it's funny. I was just watching. Speaking of Anakin, I was just watching a short today that reminded me of something that was really, really good that they were talking about. They're like, when you watch Revenge of the Sith and they deny Anakin the rank of master, and all you've watched is Revenge of the Sith, he does seem like a whiny crybaby, right? But that's where the Clone Wars comes in, because then you understand the war hero that he is at that point. He's like, a massive. He's like, I've saved you, I've saved you, I've saved you, I've saved your butt. And he's like, and I'm way more skilled and talented than all of you.
He's like, are you freaking kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Dude's like literally falling from the sky, like actually, like, and like pulling it off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, you did. Yeah,
you did, Mac Man.
It was a inside, well, not an inside. It was a deep cut Hasbro joke where
I got it.
Cameron got it. He was right there.
If you could see the Black Series wall that's on the other side of that camera, you would understand why I get it.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing.
I love it.
But yeah, no, it's like I get that about Anakin, man. Like, yeah, don't just watch Revenge. Watch them all. All
100%.
of them.
100%.
Watch them all.
Watch it all. They said that. I didn't say that.
People ask me all the time. They're like, "What's your least favorite Star Wars thing?" And I'm like, if it's Star Wars, it can't be my least favorite.
Yeah, that's fair. I did have something just pop into my head, but I won't say it.
See,
now you got to say it.
Now I got to know.
Resistance.
You know what though? They had the voice actor that's the lead
Ziono?
from Resistance. Yeah.
Ziono? Kazuda Ziono?
Yeah. And he's like the coolest guy.
Yeah, I just wish it was a cool show. There's cool things in the show. I've watched it. I tried to watch it through a second time just to be like, what do I like about this? What do I not like about this? And I just like I had to turn it off. Like I'll try again, but like I had to turn it off because it was just annoying me. You know what I mean?
My least favorite thing, The Last Jedi.
That's that's right there. That's like right there. For me,
that comment just came in at the exact same time.
Yo, Mac, man, my man. For me, especially becoming friends with Roger Christian, like just talking to him all the time.
Yeah, I hate
what they did. I'm out. When we've talked about this a lot, I was out within 30 seconds of that movie. I was like, I'm done.
That's not what got me. Because Luke had thrown his lightsaber before, and so I was like, okay,
not his father's.
Yeah. I mean, but like Luke has done stuff similar in my mind. It didn't like really strike me as being. It wasn't until later that I was like, okay, that was no. We gotta, I was like, maybe he's just playing with her. You know what I mean? Like whenever I was watching it for the first time, I was like, maybe he's just testing her.
Yeah.
Like, but no, it was like actually he's like being kind of a baby.
And that's the thing
didn't make sense. But that wasn't even what got me with Last Jedi, bro. Like, oh man, y'all may not like me for this, but what actually really caught me off guard was that movie was happening at the exact same time as this really strong feminist push in our culture, which you don't see as much right now. Like it blew up and then it died back down because it went too far and then it kind of balanced out. They pushed it really hard. There was an agenda in that movie and you can see it overtly. And it happens with that opening scene where Poe Dameron pushes too hard and they lose all those people and Leia slams him and then he gets repeatedly slammed. And he also, like the way they wrote his character, they wrote him to be this like kind of, I don't know, kind of all the worst things about a man almost like kind of kept coming out of him. And then it was like the women were all putting him in his place and stuff. And it was like, it was so obvious to me that I had a problem with it because it was so loud. It didn't feel sincere. You know what I mean? And so whenever I watched that, it bothered me because I was like, this seems like an agenda. Like it took me out of the movie completely because it just like paralleled everything that was happening in our culture. And it didn't allow for me to be like in a galaxy far, far away. It was like, I felt like I was kind of getting beat up.
Yeah.
And then like, I thought like, Haldo's like, selfless act to like save all of them was super cool. I dug that. And then I dug the redemption arc of Poe after that. But yeah, it just didn't make a ton of sense, especially after the first movie. It felt out of character for Poe as well. Like it just didn't make sense to me. But anyway, there's a lot of things that seemed out of character for like where the characters seemed like they were going.
I want to piggyback off of MacMan real quick. He says Luke didn't throw his lightsaber out of disrespect and Return of the Jedi. It was straight out of disrespect in The Last Jedi. Like for me, the way I distinguish that is that in Return of the Jedi, when he throws his lightsaber, it's an act of defiance against the Emperor and against the dark side, right? I will not turn. I'll get rid of my weapon. I don't care. I will not turn.
Yeah.
Right. For Luke in this one, it's just, to me, it was a representation of what Disney was doing at the moment with Star Wars, just kind of tossing everything over their shoulder.
Right.
Like it was like, and it was like, okay, guys, like I understand you want to put your own spin on things, whatever, but that, come on, like there's a different way to handle that, right? If he would have looked at that and been like, handed it back to him, like, this isn't mine anymore. You know what I mean? Like that would have
way
hit
better,
way different.
Yeah. That would have been way better. Again, like when I first saw that, it was like, to me, it was like I didn't take it as disrespectful right away because I thought he was just testing her. I didn't think it was even real. That's how like crazy that is that I was like, well, he's clearly like, doing something, and it was like, no, actually he wasn't. Like it was just poorly written.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it too, like in Return of the Jedi, and I say that because I literally just watched Return of the Jedi like this morning. Like in Return of the Jedi, he throws the saber almost like right at Palpatine's feet and is like, nothing that you can do to me is going to change the statement that I just made. And in Last Jedi, he tosses it the complete opposite direction.
Yeah.
So that parallel has always been interesting to me too, because it's like nonchalant, over the shoulder, or no, nothing that you do or say is going to change what just happened.
Yeah, they just didn't understand his character, nerd. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
they just didn't understand his character, and it didn't make any sense. I mean, even like Mark Hamill talks about like how he had to like create these scenarios and this entire backstory as to how he thought Luke could even have gotten to that point so that he could even act it. You know what I mean? It's like he couldn't even act it with what they gave him. He had to like imagine this whole array of scenarios in which it would even remotely come close to that.
Yeah.
And he did make some sense of it to himself. Like he convinced himself, Yeah. But he shouldn't have to do that. It should just be written better.
Right. Yeah. But so we got through day one, I guess, of Rebel Scum Con there. Day two, I'm trying to remember day two. It was honestly, it kind of all became a blur. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm right there too. I was like, if we try to stay on days, I'm gonna be messed up. But like, I know like key moments that were like.
Well, let's talk about that then. Key moments for you.
For me, I mean, so meeting Emily Swallow and having that conversation with her was super cool. Because like I caught her at a moment where there was like not a whole lot going on there. Everybody was trying to get Sam's auto, and I was like, whoop, like let's talk to Emily. And I had her sign the leather belt relic.
That's cool.
So yeah, relic plus auto. You don't see that a lot in Star Wars.
Yeah,
so definitely. And it was numbered to 50 already. So there were only 50 of these, and then I had it signed. So
that's so cool.
And in the armor. Love that, dude. Yo. So cool. She's so dope, dude.
She's super cool.
Friendly, like warm human. And it's so like the Armorer has been one of my favorite characters in the kind of Mandoverse. She's got badass armor. She is badass. Like, bro,
100%.
Like the early scenes when she's just like taking down all these like stormtroopers with her melee weapons, bro, like crazy, dude. She's awesome. She's really nice. We had a long conversation about just different things she wanted to know about my Japan experiences, and it was wild, dude. Like she was like, I want to watch the video of you. She was like, because she asked me like what was the like the most like unexpected moment in Japan that like blew my mind. And I was like, well, it was pulling the Kylo, you know what I mean? It was pulling this card. I told her about it, and she's like, I have to watch the video of you pulling it. And I was like, well, it's on my Instagram. Like,
and that's cool.
Oh, that's dope.
And so she literally like found my Instagram and like watched it, and it's like, that's crazy, bro. Like, it's just like cool that there are all these really down to earth people that are acting in Star Wars, and in a time where we're like, we really need that. Like that
100%.
is like saving Star Wars.
Oh,
in my mind.
1,000,000%.
Like it's not just like good content that we're getting from them. It's also the way that the people that are involved with the Star Wars projects are interacting with the fan base. Like that is how Star Wars is winning and continuing to go up, in my opinion, from where we're at.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
I mean, it's weekends like this and conversations like this, and I had a decent chunk of downtime on Sunday. So even though I wasn't getting autos or pictures or anything, I just went around and talked to a lot of the guests, and it's like it's the kind of thing where you realize that they care about the community that Star Wars builds just as much as we do.
Yeah, clearly. Like dude, Matthew Wood, bro. I didn't actually get a chance to meet him and talk to him, which I kind of regret. Hopefully he'll be around for the next one. But I just saw him everywhere. It wasn't like the dude was like showing up and disappearing. The dude was just everywhere. He was at the bar hanging out with like 10 people. He was at the Boonta Eve hanging out.
Sang karaoke. He sang karaoke in Hutties.
He sang. Who did he sing with?
David Collins.
It was David. It was David Collins. Yeah, these dudes literally like they're just like us, and they're making themselves available, bro. Like, yeah, Matthew Wood just had people around him the whole time, and he was just eating it up, bro. Guy's a genius.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to pick up my badge early on Thursday.
Yeah,
and the badge pickup was like right next to the front desk of the hotel, and literally bumped into and had like a probably 20-minute conversation with Matt Wood and Carly, just like chilling in the lobby.
Yep.
And it's like, and then, you know, I'm walking around the con on Saturday. Did y'all see the bagpipe player?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I like stopped for a second to, you know, listen to him and just like looked over, and there's Dennis Lawson standing right next to me filming it on his phone.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Dennis Lawson played Wedge Antilles in the OGs.
It was I mean, it was crazy to me how freely and how openly all of the guests were just walking around. I saw quite a few talking to vendors, and you know, you don't see that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you don't. You really don't. It was cool. There were some stunt people there too, that are in Star Wars projects, and that was cool. Trying to remember his first name now. But he and his girlfriend, both stunt people. He was a night trooper in the Ahsoka series, and he's also been Tusken Raiders, and a bunch of different aliens. And he was showing me all this stuff, bro. We talked for a long time, bro. He showed me like pictures of like all these different alien species that he had played, and he was like, yeah, we were like talking about the visibility and like how hard it is to get around in and like what it's like. It was so wild, man. He's like, yeah, you're fighting and like trying to look through like pinholes, you know, through an alien mask, and you're trying to fight somebody. It's wild. So
if you like stunt guys, Lateef Crowder.
Lateef is dope, bro.
Lateef's coming next year.
Is he?
To RSC. Cool.
Heck yeah. Well,
they already announced Lateef and Brendan Wayne.
Bro, perfect. Brendan's awesome, man.
Brendan's
I
sick.
love that dude.
I met him at ICCC.
They were both there last year. They had all three of the Mando suit guys there for year one, and they're bringing at least two of them back. So
I'm gonna have to do a dual auto for them.
They're super cool.
That's a must. That's a must.
They're super cool.
Yeah, dude.
Well, guys, I don't want to linger on too much. We're just over an hour here. We like to try and keep pace a little bit with what we're doing. But guys, I think overall for us, I mean, obviously all three of us, we're going back. Wrath, I can speak for him too. We're all going back to RSC next year without a doubt.
100%.
It'll be ICCC, RSC, and I think that's gonna. Next year, I'm going to try to keep that just to those two, because the year after I'm trying to save up for Celebration in LA. So
same. I got RSC next year, and then I think pretty much everything else is going towards Celebration.
You got to come to ICCC, dude.
Same.
Gotta get you out here to ICCC.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll probably be doing more than that, but it just depends. Because the national for me is I'm already locked in as an artist for the national for Star Wars Trade Night next year. So that's a guaranteed ICC Con RSC for sure. And then I think I'm gonna go to Space Con coming up in October, and the guest list for that in San Antonio is magnanimous, bro.
Insane.
I thought about going, but
I did too.
I'm gonna go because, well, I was talking to my wife about it. There's a really good opportunity for me to do something cool if I can pull it off. These are gonna be my parting words, but like I'm gonna try something. The first thing I tried for this actually worked. Was the sketchographs, the 3 sketchographs that I got from Denver Fan Expo. It worked. I did it. Okay. I do still have 1 blank left. I've got 1 more, and it's signed by John Boyega. So I need to draw Finn. I got to decide which one I'm going to draw. I think I know which version of him with the lightsaber, but that would make number 1 of 8 that I could do for a sketch game on my whatnot. And the list that I want to fill out looks like this. So it starts with John Boyega as Finn, Giancarlo Esposito. It has Sabine, so Natasha, Lou Bordizzo, Shin Hati, who else? Carrie Ann Moss, which is insane. Like, obviously, Acolyte, maybe not some of our favorites. I do like it okay. I love her as an actress. Like, I love her as Trinity. And then there's the one that's crazy. Well, Ian McDermott is crazy.
Right.
That one's really crazy. Who else?
I want to go to see Nick Gillard, man.
Oh yeah, Nick is gonna be there.
Dude, I hope they get him at RSC at some point.
They need to. But then, like, the headliner, which is like the most expensive auto, is Billy D. Williams as Lando.
Yes.
And that, to me, like, him and Ian are like a must.
Yep.
Yeah,
because not getting any younger.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like either of those guys are gonna be doing cons.
It's like not. I'm like, I have to capitalize on that. I'm gonna get my own autos, but dude, Billy D's auto is $350. Like, it's crazy, bro.
And Ian said that SpaceCon is his last convention before Celebration.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not doing that many. He's still pretty lively, but still. Yeah. Dude, Carrie Ann Moss is a legend, dude. I'm excited to meet her. But yeah.
That's cool.
That's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna try to do sketchographs for all 8 of those, but basically, like, between now and then. And I can do the same thing where I just get the blanks. I don't have to necessarily have them all finished. Ideally, I would have as many of them finished as I can going into it, because it takes the pressure off of me as an artist. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. We got real quick. Wrath said he's back.
Let's let him sign off.
We are going to be signing off here real quick. Just genuinely, we're getting ready to get off here. He's back though to sign off, because I know you guys missed his ugly face.
I found my bantha.
I just remember standing there by Carly, and Carly was just roasting Wrath so bad.
My number one hater.
Yeah.
My number one hater.
Number one hater.
I love it.
You got a whole book full of her autographs. No wonder she was roasting you.
Right.
Hey, I paid her rent for the month.
I bet. Do you guys think we'll see her in a Star Wars project?
Oh, 100%
I would be surprised if we don't, because she's very, very well connected and she's amazing.
I think we're gonna see it.
I would love to see her
and just say, "Hey, I'm friends with I'm friends with her." You know what I mean? Like, I met her.
She can rock that, bro. Whenever you see her cosplaying Bastila, you're like, bro, that like is kind of her, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's like kind of actually low key. That is her.
Yep.
I mean, and she's already doing voiceover, so we may not see her,
but we might
necessarily.
hear her.
But I would be shocked if she's not.
Yeah, man.
Somewhere doing something legit with Star Wars at some point.
I just want to say that there are some great things coming from this weekend.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a hint on my channel.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say.
MOA! MRA!
But I know I'm going to pop up on the channel at some point.
Guys, seriously, though,
yes, Cameron will be full interview below, pants optional.
Take your shirts off.
Yeah.
Guys, seriously, though, next year, get out to Rebel Scum Con.
Yep.
It is a great con.
Worth it.
It's so great. The guy, Bobby, is it Bobby? Yeah, Bobby, the last day was like, hey, he looked at me, put his hand on my shoulder. He goes, you're good for next year. And I'm like, all right, that's sick. Like, these guys are so cool, so down to earth.
He's the coolest, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, make sure you guys stay connected with Rebel Scum Con. We would like to have a special edition of Nerds Galore here in the coming weeks where we have everybody we can on to talk about the aftermath of Rebel Scum Con and kind of
except for Cameron. He's just too sexy and there would be no space left.
Yeah, that's not
I
true.
can't help it.
Right? Exactly. So, guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. It's great to be back. Great to be on the interwebs. Great to see all you guys again. And remember, the Force will be with you always.
I sense something, a presence I've not felt.